Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we've got one final Kershaw knife sent over by Blade Ops to check out. Really appreciate those guys sending these guys out, giving me the opportunity to check them out. Can't thank them enough. So you've already seen the Hatch and you've already seen the Inception. Of course, the Hatch was a lockback knife. The Inception, pretty much a flipper liner lock. Well, this little guy, little more futuristic look to it, but this one is a double detent knife. Kind of did that on purpose just to kind of see a little bit. We don't see many lockbacks a lot, and really wanted to see that. And now this guy is a little double detent, and I'm telling you what, for double detent knives, this one maybe have one of I think it has this one of the strongest detents I've seen on a double detent knife. But anyway, this little guy is the Esteem. And what do we got there? We got a 2032 model number. But we've got a little bit more of that futuristic look. You've got the bead blasted stainless steel. You got G10 overlays there. You've got a G10 backspacer with a little bit of a, well, it's a pretty decent size lanyard hole there. You do have a right hand tip up carry only pocket clip. You can see that you have a cutout there in the liner and in the liner for the pocket clip there, but you do not have one. So this one is not an ambidextrous pocket clip. So, and it's a fairly thin little pocket clip too. Got the Kershaw on there. Thin, low, got that Kershaw ramp on it though, of course. There you go, a little bit of a sneak peek. 8CR13. Now, like I said, this is a double detent knife. Overall fit and finish, really pretty good. I can't really find anything to point out on this one as far as the fit and finish goes. It's pretty good. Let's check the centering. The centering is good. I think it's pretty well centered. Sure looks that way to me. But you got the nail nick there. Now, on the open, it comes into that, has a half stop. It comes in that half stop pretty well. And then when it pretty much snaps into that fully open position. Listen to it pop. I'm putting a decent amount of force on that to get that upper detent to break. I mean, you can see it snap out of there. And it really pops in there too. Like I said, probably the strongest full open detent that I've seen on a double detent knife, which is nice. I'm digging that. I like it. But we're going to zoom out just a little bit more. Overall, like I said, 8CR13. You've got that kind of bead blasted blade. You've got the bead blasted stainless steel here. Nice little drop point. You guys know I'm going to like that. And as you can see, it is a smaller knife. It comes into about almost a 3.5 finger knife for me. So a decent little, size-wise, it's a decent little secondary carry. So let's get our spec check going here. So overall, I lined up. Yeah, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a hair over 5 3/4 overall. Right about a 3¼ inch handle, which is going to give you roughly about a 2.5 inch blade. Your cutting edge, not quite 2.5. It's almost there. It's almost. Let's take a look at those grinds. If it wants to focus for me, otherwise it might not. There we go. As you can see there, the blade, the grind on it, it does kind of curve down a bit. We are out past that plunge though, for the most part, aren't we? It does inch back there just a little bit. So grinds, we've got a little bit of a downturn. It really doesn't look like, there's no real recurve in the blade. It's just kind of the way it was ground. A little bit hanging out there. But overall, not too bad. Let's get Grip length. That's what I was going to talk about. Now, like I said, it's a Jiminy Christmas 2 and point to point, here to here. With that pocket clip, it doesn't like to sit very well. Just under 2 3/4. Like I said, for me, it is definitely a 3.5. I'll give it 3.5. But of course, size comparisons. Well, let's see here. We'll definitely start with the bug out, because even the bug out's going to be a much bigger knife. It's a little guy. It's a little knife. Oh, let's see. Well, yeah, we'll just we'll put the PM2 out there just because that's what we do. So obviously, yeah, pretty much dwarfs it. So little guy. I am pretty stoked about those detents though, especially that upper detent. Starting out in grams. Ooh, 54. Lightweight. 1.9, just under 2 ounces. That's good. Now, like I said, you're going to have, it's deep carry. You got a nice ramp. Goes in there pretty well. It's got good retention because it's pretty narrow underneath that clip. So, and see what I mean? You kind of got to grab that lower portion and kind of help pull it out because it is so thin up there. There you go. There's your 5th pocket carry. And it doesn't quite bury itself in that 5th pocket. Now that one's angled, so kind of got to push it down there because of the standoff of that. Let me show you once again. You don't have a lot of standoff on that clip. In hand, that's good. In the pocket, maybe not so much. Feels really good. It's really comfortable in hand. It's a good little knife. Overall, like I said, definitely for me, it'd be a little 5th pocket knife, secondary carry. Absolutely. I like the design of it. It's a little bit more futuristic. You've got the little pop of bronze on the pivot and on your screws there. So it looks okay. Now these screws are black, so they kind of blend in with that G10, which is good. I like that. I like that aspect. This little guy, 8CR13, sells for $42. Yeah, this is probably one where I'd say, probably more in that 30, 35 range. Just me. That's. I don't usually hem-haw with price. I've done it in the past, but for some reason, Kershaw and CRKT, I just have to. Because sometimes it irks me. Not all the time. I was okay with the Hatch. Was not so okay with the Inception. This one, it's not bad. It's a little high for me, though. Always love to hear what you guys think. Agree, disagree, whatever. It's fine. But I always like to hear what you guys think. I am really, really impressed with that upper detent on this one. I know there's a lot of you out there that don't care for, slip joints even, or the double detent. But this one might be, as far as just how solid the detent is, I think this little guy might take the cake. I can't say nicest because I have some pretty nice double detent knives, but that detent on top is one of the better I have definitely seen. Overall, it's not a bad little knife. I'm going to quibble with price a little bit, but not so much. Not so much anything else. I'm pretty much okay with every other aspect of the knife for sure. But anyway, again, have to thank Blade Ops for sending this one out. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys for dropping by and checking it out with me today. Love to hear what you think. Leave that comment down below. As always, like, subscribe. As again, leave me that comment. I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.